Okay. Uh, this is gonna be take 3 of the trying to record Tonic Trouble Chronicles. Uh, so hey guys, welcome to my first video of me speedrunning Tonic Trouble. Speedrunning in air quotes. This is more like a practice run to practice running the game, because you know that needed to be stated. I'm Venerable. Nice to meet you guys. We're gonna keep going. Actually, no, we're not. Nice to meet you guys. I've probably seen some of you around on the Discord before, because I don't imagine there are many new people watching this. If there are, hey, pleasure to meet you. So I'm a longtime fan of Tonic Trouble ever since I was a kid, and recently I found out about this whole speedrunning like world, right? It didn't even matter that I made it that time. You know what? We'll come back to that. And so I decided I want to do some runs of this game. I really do enjoy it. And so I'm here to share my beginner's experience with you guys and maybe some strats that I've labbed out, what have you, you know, that sort of stuff. Pleasure to be here. So, the first part of the speedrun, of course, is the ski slope, where you go down the ski slope and collect collectibles. That's about all there is to say about that one, really. There is some pathing for this that I personally do. I'm not sure if there's really anything faster. There may be some like small time differences in like which paths you choose to do when, but I imagine that they're all fairly similar unless you have to go really out of your way for to get to another path or something. But then at that point, you probably just wouldn't even think to do it naturally. So in my failed recording, here's something I discovered about this. You want to stick to the left of that, or you're not gonna. You don't make it anyway. You know what? That's fine. Just grab that instead. No problem. Stick to the right here. And swing left, grab that antidote. Thermometer beyond these trees, get that. I'm gonna get in here with the 132, which is just like alright, if anything. You can do it faster. So we're going to the retry ending, because we're gonna retry. We're gonna go and get all those other collectibles, because this is 100%. I should mention that this is practice for 100%. So we want to get everything possible, including all these damn thermometers that I swear are so elusive. Normally I take that boost and like go down with it and ride the wall on the left. I think that might be a little bit faster, but I couldn't remember if I had missed something up there or not, so I just decided to play it safe. And for good measure. Now, because we decided not to get up here last time, I think we did get up here. We gotta go down. We gotta go down. All right, we made it. That's cool. That's cool. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make the time anymore, because ideally you want to get through here faster than the first time you did it, because Ed will go through this little time wasting animation that we don't need to see. We got everything up there. We're just gonna head on down. But it looks like I've botched that a bit. It's fine. It happens. You know. I remember I elected not to go up here last time. I'm gonna do that. Or I didn't elect not to go up here, I just didn't make it. Alright. I don't get what determines whether you make that or not. Maybe it's just a matter of, like, how straight I'm going into it. Because originally I thought it was just that I was on, like, the left side of the path, and that's what was doing it, but... Okay, maybe it is just how straight you go off the path. Which would make sense, too, so... Alright, there we go. I am missing an antidote somewhere. This happened to me last time, too. I guess we're just gonna restart. I actually, like, I missed an antidote last time as well and had to restart because of it, so, guess it happens. That's, it's the Ven special. Let's see if we can not botch this time. I don't expect this run to be nearly as good as the ones that I do on N64 because I use a Horipad Mini on the N64, and this I'm using like a decrepit, like broken Xbox controller, and we're missing an thermometer. Yeah, that's just a thing that's happening this run. Yeah, so you know the sensitivity's not quite the same. Dead zones are a little bit different, all that sort of stuff, and so obviously my playing's going to be a little bit different than it would normally be. That's okay. We're doing this mostly for fun, to find and explore strats. You know, I'm not submitting this as a run or anything. We're gonna hit that, end this one because I can't play the game. Good times. So, one thing that's really helped me get into speedrunning that has just been awesome, really, is the community around this game. And you might be surprised here that I cannot believe I missed that. There's a big community behind this game, but it's true. If you haven't heard of it and it's something you're interested in, that happens sometimes, I don't know why. Check out the Tonic Trouble speedrunning Discord. We have chats and players from all the different games. I don't think I made this. Oh, I did. We have N64, PC, Special Edition, which is the beta, and even the Game Boy Color version, which is just awesome that the whole community can come together like that. So please, like, if you're into Tonic Trouble speedrunning, I'm not going to make this time. Wow. This is really awful. Yeah, so if you're into speedrunning, or you even just like the game, and you just want to come and talk to people who do, and be around a bunch of very nice folks, because they're just really awesome at the Discord. It's a great little community. Please, I'm going to put the link in the description. Come on by. We're open to everybody and anybody who's interested. And then, you know, you can also talk to all the other runners in there about how terrible my run was and how I should quit. You know how it is. Okay, we're gonna get this one this time. Easy, no problem. Not much really to say about Ski Slope. It's a level, you know? Take this boost. Snag. Don't snag that antidote. You know, the collectibles in this game are a little odd. Sometimes they've got like humongous hitboxes on them. Sometimes it's just pathetic, and I can't really tell what the difference is. It probably has something to do with like how it's a 3D hitbox on a 2D sprite, and you know, just the orientation of the sprite can change like where you'll be grabbing it from, or where it'll look like you can grab it from. But it can make it feel a little inconsistent, which is a tad annoying, but hey, you know, it happens. So, yeah, no, I mean, I guess just to give some background into, like, me and this game and why I love this game as much as I do, hit that tree. I played this game all the time as a kid with one of my best friends. It's still my best friend today, actually. And we would go over to each other's houses, right? And we each had a copy of Tonic Trouble. I actually got him into it as a kid because it was just one of the N64 games I had lying around. You know, I was young. And we would just pop it in and play it all the time for hours, 100% of this game more times than I can remember. And it was great, like, so many good memories. And I figured that I want to take the next step and just start speedrunning and get involved with the community and really be part of something that I feel like is paying homage to the game that I loved so much when I was young, still love today, right? Oh, little thing here. You can jump and move around before this cutscene starts, but I don't think there's a way to actually escape it. Unless maybe like jumping backwards or something. This is Susie. She's the doc's daughter. She berates us for being purple despite the fact she herself is purple, and she wants us to save her father, who's in that cage. So we're gonna go do that. Don't get that antidote. We don't need it. We'll be back here at a later point in time, and it'll give us an unnecessary text box that we don't want to see. Here's Agent XYZ. He's the chief coordinator of the resistance, capitalized. It's really important. He explains the controls. Please jump over these ducks. Otherwise they'll attack you. Get a little message here. You ready to move? You can go right around this, right, and then you can go right around that if you know how to play the video game. And then just go left around that one. So every 10 thermometers you collect, you're going to be given an animation where Ed turns into Super Ed and just does a little celebratory thing. So to avoid him flexing on us and wasting a bunch of time, every 10th thermometer we pick up, we're actually going to jump into it. Same thing goes every time we collect all the antidotes in any given level. We're going to jump into those antidotes because otherwise we're going to get an animation that will waste a bunch of time. Of course, ski slope doesn't apply because we're skiing in the ski slope, and Ed can't do either of those animations when he's skiing. So you can like get a weird little run across these platforms, and I don't exactly know how it works. I just know that as a kid I used to get it consistently all the time, and now I can't do it when I try. So, but if we figure out how to do that, that would be a cool little time save. Doc's Cave is not too interesting. It's pretty much just a tutorial level. And you just run through it. There's no real like skips or tricks, except for you'll do a little victory dance if you go through there and get that top alcove there before you enter the portal. Unless you like hug the right wall and then jump into the portal. Also, pushing that box in there, we fixed that popcorn machine. That's all good. I like to turn around to face out as soon as I get into this elevator so that I can just turn the camera here, stand it out, and pop in some Orville Redenbachers so we can become Super Ed, not waste time flexing, and instead open up these bars. Here's our first boss fight of the game. He's all upset that we fixed the popcorn machine. Okay, this is actually really interesting. There's like 5, 6, 7 unique dialogues with this corn boss. Actually, every time you come into this room again after having beaten the corn boss, it's like a different corn every time, which is hilarious. I don't know why they programmed that many or why they spent the time writing that many different dialogues for this corn, but it's just it's so full of character. I really do highly recommend that. If you haven't checked that out, you do check it out sometime. Someone's got to make a video on that. Anyway, I like to stand at the corner of this platform here so I can just jump right over to this thermometer after the fight ends. Saves, it's a little tiny optimization, right? Also, you'd be tempted to jump on these platforms. Don't. You can just run across them like this. You'll notice I'm like kind of double jumping almost when I get to the ledge of these platforms. Oh! I almost made that cycle. That was crazy. That was crazy. We've been trying to figure out how to make that cycle forever. Wait. That's insane. I don't know if that's an emulator thing or if that's just like not jumping across those platforms can actually save you enough time to make that cycle. But if that's what it takes, someone get on that. Someone who's better than me at this game, get on that. We gotta figure that out. That was crazy. Okay, so get this thermometer over there. Come down here and get this antidote. I'm gonna jump back on this platform. On that corner, because it skips this little toaster thing. Listen, in my failed recording, I attempted this. There's some strats that you can do with hanging on the ledges. I don't fully understand how they work. But basically it thinks that you're not on the platform, so it speeds the platform up a little bit. Which, is hugely helpful. It's just not a scrolling part. But sometimes you'll just get thrown off by RNGesus, and that's just how that happens. So unfortunately, I didn't grab the edge of the platform there like I was hoping to. I accidentally did the get up. So we're gonna have to just sit through this, and this here is gonna waste like 4 seconds for sure. But it's cool. It's all about practice, and I would practice it here, but this controller's a little wonky, and I have game over multiple times in a row trying to get this consistent in this room. So that's fine. Instead, we'll just laugh at how these toasters literally can't hit us. We'll do a little dance. Celebratory one. Fall off here. Grab this thermometer. Antidote. And head in here. A suspenseful door opening animation. Grab that thermometer. We can jump into it. You can jump into this cutscene. I don't know exactly where it starts yet, so I'm not the best at it, but you can get very close to this antidote, and it might save a little bit of time unless Robo Suitcase has to go through another animation first or something. Now what you want to do is you want to beat up Robo Suitcase, and you kind of want to coax him into this corner. No! No! Come back! Alright, well, that was like the least optimal place for him to die ever. And unfortunately it is just random like that sometimes, but okay, Ed, please, come on. Yeah, because Ed's gonna do that really slow walk over to the Robo Suitcase after, so you want to kill him ideally near one of the spots where he'll die, but even more ideally near the spot in the corner where Agent XYZ is now, because then it's fast to walk over to the switch after and everything. Hold down and jump away from the dock here, because you just don't want to talk to him. You really just waste your time. But yeah, it'd be cool to know the algorithm for Robo Suitcase and just what makes him walk different directions sometimes. So if we're beating Robo Suitcase, we get the stick. That's why we could use that little lever thing. Got that here. And we head into Vegetable HQ. You can press start to skip those like before level cutscenes that you're gonna get every time you go into a new area from now on. I can't be the only person as a kid who had a lot of trouble with this fight, right? It's not like it's a lethal fight or anything. It's hard to know what to do. That's the main concern. But now that we're speedrunners, we're just gonna jump around him like this and press this button. And he sicks his pet on us. So we're gonna hit his pet with a stick, jump over, walk up here, and then run the other way. What a sad day for vegetable kind. And for me, because I can't hit buttons. the whole story with Veg HQ is like, now that the vegetables have become sentient because the can has fallen to earth and you know, made everything crazy. They're revolting against many years of enslavement in soups and veggie dishes and things of that nature, which is just hilarious. It's a very Tonic Trouble thing to do. We don't really care about taking damage here. We're big boys, we can handle it. We're not going to be tempted by that antidote and go and grab it because there's a more efficient time to do that later on. We are going to press this button though. Do a little dance. Jump off here. Make the cycle. We're not going to make the cycle because camera didn't quite cooperate there, unfortunately. We're going to start driving this flying pudding into these antidotes. As you do. Stop right as you're about to hit that antidote. Go and grab it, got the spring. Well, right in front of the popcorn machine, there you go. someone doesn't like our presence here, so we're gonna go over and kindly file a complaint. So that was a little slow, especially since I got stuck on the wall there. But actually, it's fine. As long as you make it in time to jump on top of that platform there, then you did well. Jump on up here, grab that thermometer, and head on in. You can make that platform on the first cycle there. You don't have to wait here. But it's really hard, and I don't trust myself to do it with this controller especially. Because I do think you might be forced to grab ledge. The only time I've ever done it, I've tried once or twice, is when like I gun it over there and I just like barely grab the ledge. Here's a neat little trick. So we're gonna run in here and get these antidotes. And then we're going to engage in carrot skip. Now, this is a neat little trick. And credits to the Tonic Trouble speedrunning community for finding this out, because it's hugely useful. You can do that. That was actually rather good. So what I do is on that black checker there, I fall off. So that I grab it around that last black checker there. Okay, that was good. And then once you grab the ledge, you can do a ledge get up. And while you're getting up, you can jump at a specific time, and you will grab the ledge up there, which you normally can't jump to. And it saves you time having to go through this carrot puzzle. That's like RNG. Go to this right guy after you hit the left guy. Grab the antidote. Swing over back to this guy. So it saves you time doing this like RNG puzzle, which you just don't want to do, because it's random and sometimes it'll take you like 10 attempts to get the fire to spin around and kill all the carrots. Sometimes you get a first try, but it's rare. So we do this to skip all that, and it does lose a little bit of time to, I believe, optimal carrots, but the odds of getting optimal carrots are very low, and we are not at the point in Tonic Trouble is not at the point in its speedrunning tenure yet where we really care about you know, like risking RNG carrots just for the sake of getting a few seconds ahead. Because there have been so many strats that have been discovered. Even as I speak, we've discovered a huge strat that has been used in the world record run. So this game's up and coming, and that's part of the charm of it, I think. TLDR, we're doing carrot skip. that's happening. Now we gotta do special agent training. There's a fearsome robot on the way. And to beat it, we're gonna have to press the R button, then the B button, then the R button, and shoot 5 ducks. Good luck. Oh, I just realized this is gonna be a problem. Just what I have my C button mapped to is like holding up on the right joystick. Well, that's gonna be an issue. Because I also shoot with like, I have to use my right thumb for that joystick, and then I have to use my right index finger to shoot stuff. So like, and I have to hold up to keep the to keep those sights going. So it's okay. Make it work. Oh, it hits the banner? Okay. So that's why you don't shoot from here. Good to know. Funky dance! And we did it. And we started walking over there for some reason, but that's not relevant to us at this point in time, because now we're being instructed to go and get 6 propellers in the North Plain. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to go to the canyon, and to do that, we're going to grab onto the ledge here, go over as far here as we can, hold Z, and we're going to sidestep backwards until our shadow disappears. Not like that. Just gently ease your way back here. Nice and easy. Okay. There we go. We're going to use, going to first person. We're going to look at this little texture, this second darkness on the green here. And we're going to unsee up, and we're going to walk into that. We're turn right as we get here, jump, and get in here. Now you might be wondering, well, wait. Well, you need power-ups to get to the last level, and you do need this. You do need the pea shooter to get to oh, to get here, but to get to the next level. But we're actually just gonna go right in here, and we got the bow tie, which we weren't told we had before. Oh, flying on this controller is awful. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. But yeah, no, the cutscene will give us the. I just want to restart this, actually. That was a pretty terrible start. But yeah, so that little cutscene where we fall down actually just gives us the bow tie, because we need the bow tie for this level. So that's cool. Oh, this is so sensitive. Which is really weird, because, like, the walking didn't feel this sensitive. Maybe I'm just making stuff up. Maybe I'm just crazy. Anyway, we're going to grab as many antidotes and collectibles as we can on our first run through here. We're also going to avoid any whirlwinds we don't need to be in. The whirlwinds, if you fall off that platform, you need to take this whirlwind, because, you know. There we go. Good, good. Whirlwinds will give us height, but they're also going to reset our speed that we can accumulate a little bit while we're flying. So we don't want to go on them unless we need them to get some more height. Oh, okay. Like here we'll need the height, so we'll go in this one. And we do slow down a little bit. That's the trade-off with whirlwinds. Just use them sparingly. Like this one here, we're going to try to avoid it if I can. There we go. We'll need this one though, so we'll go in here. Had to do that because I kind of messed up my angle a little bit there. Okay, that wasn't too terrible. This guy will sometimes make your day absolutely miserable. I really am not his biggest fan. But he was nice to us today. Sometimes he'll shoot you while you're going around doing your thing. And that'll be no fun. Because if you're in the air when that happens, you'll end up like tumbling backwards. That's the first thermometer, I think, after we got the last one. I stopped keeping track. Breaking my rules. Just terrible. Okay, we have no control. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, it can shoot you and you'll do a tumbling backwards animation in the air and it'll throw everything off. It's no good. I just like to wait for it to naturally rise up and then I shoot that target like that. You gotta shoot these to open some doors. So I guess now would be a good time to talk about the soundtrack in this game, just because we're kind of doing some pretty basic stuff here. I love it. I love the soundtrack in this game. Like, the N64 soundtrack, like, it's not my favorite thing in the world. It's good. It definitely is good. I do really like it. But the PC soundtrack, oh, my goodness. Heavenly. It's so nice. I really do recommend you check it out. Even if you're, I don't know why you'd be watching a speedrun if you're not a big fan of this game. But if you're not, even if you're not the biggest fan of this game, and you haven't heard the PC soundtrack yet, check it out. It's so well done. Mr. Eric Chevalier's a fantastic composer, as it happens, and he composed for this game and for a lot of Rayman games. So It's very accomplished. Can we still grab this without landing? Nope. Oh, you bugger! See, this is the guards are terrible. Ideally, you'd like to kill that guard and just like grab that and then swing back on up. Oh no! Okay. A little awkward. Talk to Susie because she'll open the portal for us. And she tells us that Doc's asked us something he has not asked us yet, which is hilarious. And then we're going to redo the canyon and try to beat the time, which is much more forgiving than the ski slope, actually. Not that the ski slope is very hard, but... Anyway. Okay, flying. Promise, I'm usually not terrible at this. I actually went through that pretty low. I thought it auto-corrected you to the middle. Interesting. Flying is all about control, which I have none of right now. You just want to make nice subtle movements, and you don't want to turn too much. You don't want to like change your altitude too much. You just want to go where you're trying to go, you know? Okay, didn't quite make that. That's fine though. Ideally, you want to fly right through here. It's a little tricky, especially with my current setup here, but very possible, and it'll save you a little bit of time. So, and it doesn't lose you anything for trying it. So it's worth it to go for it all the time. Flying into little quarters like that is just a generally good skill to have in this game, because flying is the fastest mode of transportation that you have available to you. So, make use of it. I like to go through here a little high, so that doesn't happen because it gets wider, but sometimes we just hit that like a dummy, and we gotta deal with it. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty bad time. Normally I like to get there before 220, but I got there at 221, which, you know, I made a few mistakes, so I understand why. A little unfortunate. Oh, this is such bad, those are bad angles, real bad angles. Anyway, take this whirlwind up here, and then you can use this and just get on over to the finish line here. Not an awful time, but definitely subject to some improvement. Done much better, but hey. It's a practice run. So we did that. We can't talk to the doc because he still wants us to get him his propellers. So we're just gonna fly on over here. I've got some specific routing I do for this. Over here, I can't remember the thermometer count, so I have to be a little bit careful of that. So grab this antidote, right? And then Z tap once, Z tap twice. I know 3 times for good measure, but you really only have to do it twice. If you get the angle right, just kind of botched it a bit. But Yeah, so you can get all those collectibles in your first time through here. Quickly run over here. So that this doesn't happen to you, but I was too late, so it's going to happen to me. These platforms don't have to be perfect. Just move them where you need to get them. So the Doc's popcorn again, and kick this door. Jump in here because then you can just run right into the portal, which is a really great little small optimization that takes like no effort. So why wouldn't you do it? You know. So now that we got, okay, Canyon Early, actually, I should mention that. That was the trick that was not used in the world record run. And it's hugely important because it means you don't have to come to this level twice. Which, as you can imagine, saves a lot of time. Get away from me, you dude. Oh, okay, so I only have to tap up once with this thing. Okay, that's good to know. So when I have the pea shooter, I can just tap up on my C-stick and it'll do the thing for me. Groovy. I like it. So we do have the bow tie, so you might be thinking, why not fly through here? It's because, unfortunately, in 100%, there's a thermometer over yonder up high that we need to get, and we can't get it without getting up there, and these whirlwinds won't take us high enough. Okay, perfect. That worked out really nice. Would you kindly not? Thank you. I like to do this. I don't know if this is actually optimal or not, but probably maybe is. Don't get hit by this fire though. That will make your day unhappy. Okay, so that's a cool little trick, by the way. The reason I'm getting so much height off of these whirlwinds is because I'm tapping Z a little bit before I go through them. The trick to getting it kind of seamless, like I sometimes do, is fly into it and then tap Z right like that, right before you enter it, and you'll always be taken directly to the top. You can also just hold Z as you go in there. After it gets through the first part of Ed, kind of like curling up his wings, after it gets to the first part of that animation, is when you're gonna go through the whirlwind more forward-like, which is what you don't want. Because that usually won't take you directly to the top. From here, we're gonna go into this whirlwind. We're gonna. I didn't successfully get it there, so I'm gonna have to go back into it, which is fine. We're gonna go over here and get this. Shoot that guy because I hate him. And run around this corner to eat some yummy, delicious popcorn. North Plain was always kind of one of my least favorite levels, but honestly, Canyon Early actually makes it pretty fun. So speedrunning is kind of established my appreciation for this level, which is neat. As a kid, I was really never a fan of it. Okay, okay, okay. No, I don't like this. No, no, no. Okay. Oh! Oh, video games, why? Existent. Yep. I did this very not correctly. So you want to go over to this one first. And then you fly around to the other ones, but could have done it more wrong, I guess. So a lot of the time I'll go to that one first for some reason. Which makes no sense, because you want to work your way over here, because this is the exit. That was terrible. Oh yeah, actually I forgot, you really only need to summon this platform so that you can actually get over to this whirlwind here. I don't actually know if summoning the platform is like specifically necessary to do, but hey, you know, better to be safe than sorry. Press C down here, you can get a much better angle coming through this area. Which is something that I think a lot of people don't know. Because I've heard a lot of people complain about like how bad the camera is in this area. I just pressed it there again to readjust the camera to make it easier for myself. You can normally fly up there, but I failed it. Getting kind of low on health here, I should be careful. I think I made it high enough. Okie dokie! We did make it high enough. Can confirm that. Nice. Dogs are barking away in the background over there. If you can hear that, I am sorry about that. Perfect. Is that stopping anytime soon? I may never know. I was so focused on that, I forgot to make that cycle until I remembered to make the cycle. Unfortunate circumstance. Okay. Sometimes that just doesn't work. And I've yet to figure out why it doesn't work sometimes. That time is a platform going back up over there, so... Yeah, we're gonna have to defeat this electric skunk to progress. What I like to do is grab this propeller while we're doing that. And you want to get this guy while you're in the air, but you just have been done. I still have to figure out exactly what the best way to do that is. Sneak behind and snag these guys. We don't need to talk to Susie because technically we've already gone past this level in terms of progression because we've been to the canyon, so it doesn't spawn Susie in for us to talk to. Tomato telling me to hurry up there. Suppose we'll obey him. He knows best, I guess. We can get that on our way out. Nice and easy. Then we come over here. Snag this guy. And now we're going to do my little routing thingamajig, which I'm rather proud of. You come over here, snag this thermometer. That's great because it puts you in the air when you're getting it. And then we're going to fly over into Veg HQ very sloppily. So I think that's like the optimal way of collecting that thermometer and consequently of like going back here, which is why I like it. We can do that so we can get this. We're going to hold Z as we're going in this whirlwind but miss it. And we're going to do it again because we really need to not miss it so that we can get over here. It's important you want to have enough height to get through here because this water makes you go really slow. So slow that we're actually just going to jump through it. Skip this. We're going to walk over here so that the camera will actually do what we want it to do. You kind of need to do that to manipulate it a bit. And then we're going to miss this completely. Probably, yeah, it's just better to die here. Flying on this controller is so difficult. Much more than it needs to be. There we go. Easy peasy. Push this to get the jaws of death to open up over there. Wait for it to close, and then fly on over here. If you're quick, you can make it out before they chomp down again. Make sure you don't walk into that one. I always forget. I never get the buttons over here too. Add button. Thank you. What an adorable little space alien. It's made over here. If you hug the right side of the wall, you can avoid him narrowly. Now, because you come out of that portal, you can't death warp back to the beginning, so you just gotta fly through. Poorly. That's fine. Get out of my way! There you go. And now we'll go back to the dock. So now we fully completed Canyon, Veg HQ, and North Plain. Which is awesome. And that's my, that's the routing thing that I'm so proud of. And it really is a spectacle, isn't it? A minor optimization. But I mean, hey, you know what? I'll take what I can get. And now that we've completed the Canyon and the North Plain, both using the bow tie, we're going to be taught how to use the bow tie. Which is purely a movement-based exercise. Which is not good for me right now because I really don't have the hardware to make this happen for myself. But hey, it's fine. You ever wonder what's on Agent XYZ's newspaper? Like, I think in the PC version it's actually high enough res that you can read what's there, but don't quote me on that because I could be completely wrong and talking at my ass, but... Oh, get in there, Ed. Get in there. There you go, buddy. You don't have to jump off these guys. You can just walk off them, which is great. Did I go to the wrong one? Oh, I absolutely did. Supposed to go to this one first. Oh, okay, yeah. I am 100% gonna sound like... I don't want to sound like whiny or anything, but... I'm not... I just can't bring myself to... Alright, you know what? Never mind. It's cool. We're getting through it. Yeah, you can optimize it a little bit by not jumping off these. I'm not sure if it actually like saves time for sure, but I would assume. Because it gets you flying sooner. Oh, the rings. These were hard on N64 as a kid. Then I grew up and they became easy. And then okay. Alright. Then we got the this controller. Okay, well there goes the rings. We can still do it, it's just now it's really slow. Normally the way you lose time there is by like just not having like the best angles when you're flying. Normally you don't hit the rings, but here in Venerable's playthrough we like to do it extra special just for you viewers. Hope you like that. Nice. I usually miss that. Ooh, this is a good sheep. Ooh, that was a very good sheep. Alright. You know what? I'm okay with that. 100%. So we've now learned how to use the bow tie. I wonder why it was so easy for us. We're gonna walk over to about here and then walk back. Yeah, we got them. It was really fast, right, Doc? He gives us a goldfish bowl. Now that we have this fish bowl, we're going to embrace our inner amphibian. Those are purple now. We're going to pick up this thermometer. Also this thermometer. We're going to swim just a tad down as we're going in here so that we can just get right out without having to resurface. Or like no resurfacing animation rather. And we're just going to stroll in here. Nice. Ouch. There's a thing we can do in there with a boulder, with the stick, but we're not going to go there yet, because we need to go back there later anyway. It just saves us time not to have to make 2 trips over that little alcove, even if it doesn't take all that much time to go in there. Grab this. And jump on in here. Just kind of figured this out recently. As soon as you resurface from here, go to edge right. And you're right there. Because if you don't know which direction you're trying to go in, you are going to turn in every direction except the one you want to be in. Guarantee you. Or at least I do. Mash the B button, skip that cutscene, fly over here. Poorly. Get this. Fly down here and just drop in behind this guy. You know, he won't mind. Okay, well, he made that a little difficult for me by running the way I didn't want him to run, but... Mash B button, skips that little cutscene where you have to talk to this guy. And run in here and give him a stern talking to, your pea shooter. Mash the B button, and about when he starts rising, it'll skip the cutscene. There you go. So, what I like to do from here is fail this several times before I get it properly. There we go. Okay, that was pretty good. I'm not sure if you can actually get that antidote while you're crossing there, but where you see these 2 wall textures meet, pull out your blow pipe, just start strolling up there. Eventually you get to a part where you see the whole kind of peak of this triangular wall tile go white. And as soon as you see the whole thing go white, right here, that's when you want to jump off. Right over here. Put your pea shooter away, you don't need that anymore. And it saves that part where you need to kid all those ballerinas with super ed and like kick rocks at them and what have you. So it's just, ooh, that sent me straight down. I jumped into that wall there. I wonder if that's a thing. Shoot this guy. I'm always tempted to go for those antidotes immediately, but you do want to come over here first so you can open up the fridge. fly over, get this one. Turn around. Be as careful as you need to be, because, you know, why not be careful, right? Okay, haha! Oh, by the way, that's the thing that you can't normally do. Alright, you know what? That was a pretty good room there. I mean, I'll take it. At Asian Ed, you won't find them here. Search for a gear. We're gonna go look for a gear! And we're gonna fall down here. So let's pick up this thermometer while we're at it. Why not? Everything happens for a reason, right? I like to go around the left side. I don't know if it saves any time or if it's more efficient or anything. Actually, it seems like it takes longer. But it's brighter over here, you know? I'm probably gonna start going right from now on. Okay, we have to raise the water level by melting some ice. Press B to skip the cutscene where the guy kicks a rock at us. Grab this, because in the time that we grab this, he'll recharge his rock kicking ability. Yeah, that's right. Get destroyed, guy. Come over here in preparation to grab this. There is a skip that you can do here, where you do some fancy wall clipping stuff, and it's cool and good. But thing is, if you screw it up, I just want to check and make sure. Okay, there's nothing over there. If you screw it up, it loses you a bunch of time, and you need to do it really, really perfectly to not lose the time. So, and you can collect collectibles while you're going around doing the puzzle normally anyway. So I just kind of prefer to do it this way. Who knows? Maybe in the future it will become just clearly more optimal to use that strategy. Maybe when it's made more consistent or we get better at it. But for now, I think this is a pretty good compromise. I do hope you're enjoying this music, because I love this music. That thermometer. This thermometer. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Hey. Get out of here. I timed that slap perfectly, like... Button. Hey, you're supposed to go over there. Would you please? Hey, walk under there. Yeah, that's right. Where you belong. Okay, so I guess you have to lead that guy over to the wall and then walk him across there instead of him just going there by himself. Good to know. And that ice was very condensed, because we got a lot of water into that. Unfortunately, it forces you into that animation there. There's nothing you can really do about it, but hey, that's fine. Get beefy and open this up. Shrink down again because you're a beta. And press this button. Now we're going to swim around and get some collectibles that we didn't get before. Like this. And this. And this. And this. And this. To make sure you have everything in here, you should have 15 antidotes and 9 thermometers when you get out. And 4 feathers. Hey, let's go. Pick this up. There would be a thermometer up there normally, but, you know, we planned ahead. And grabbed it early. Of course. You should have 19 antidotes by the time you resurface and all the thermometers. I'm gonna resurface right by this gear here. Because we're just gonna jump right on up. And then snatch this one. Snatch this one. And not do that, because that wastes time. We repaired the mechanism. By the way, I neglected to mention this whole time how much I adore the aesthetic of this level. It's just lovely, and I love the music too. Glacier Cocktail is such a cool concept for a level. Like, easily my favorite level in Tonic Trouble. For sure. I really like it. And playing casually, the level's a lot of fun. Oh, this has never happened to me before. Wow. That was pretty sucky. So we fully completed Glacier Cocktail. Pretty cool, pretty neat. Fly as far over here as we can, because this is going to save a lot of time. Always trips me up which way to go. Sometimes you get that long resurfacing animation when you enter water, and sometimes you just kind of bob a little bit and you're good. I don't exactly know what determines that, but it'd be good to know if we could get the quicker animation more consistently. You want to make sure that you jump across successfully so you don't end up back in the river. That wastes a little bit of time you don't need to waste. He's surprised to say that we're actually pretty good at what we do, and he gives us the R button, which is great. Like we didn't have enough things to do with R. I mean, between the pea shooter, diving, swimming, now the chameleon powder, and we'll get something else later on too. There's a lot of R button in this game. But we've been tasked to go over to the pyramid. I got out way too early there, so I'm just gonna jump up here and hope this mitigates some of my time loss. Now before we go to the pyramid, we're going to do some more backtracking. This may look familiar to you. First, we're going to do this. Here's that alcove with that stick thing that I mentioned earlier, and we're just going to run in here and get this antidote and run back out. The reason we waited is because we can now use the chameleon powder to turn it into a tomato. By the way, you can do the rolling thing by just lightly pressing your control stick up. And it consistently gets you onto that platform instead of sometimes hopping over it. That's pretty neat. Immediately press R to exit tomato mode. And we're going to pick up this thermometer. Then we're going to fly over to the Glacier Cocktail. Okay. Now, we are done with the Glacier Cocktail, but I lied. There is something else you can do there. If you go directly behind where Ed is... I was wrong. Look, there's a cave! We're gonna go in here. And we notice our friend is stuck in some ice here. We don't like that very much, so we're gonna go over and help him out. We're gonna hit this exactly 10 times, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe it just took some time for the animation to finish. I don't actually know. Fill out the pea shooter unnecessarily because we don't want to optimally transform into the sky. That would save too much time. And we're gonna stroll on over here. I am probably the most inconsistent person in the world at getting this to work, so we're gonna see, let's try it. Oh, got it. That is exciting for me. I noticed that in that corner it tends to work more often, so I figured I'd try it out there, and definitely worthwhile. Being chased, but it's actually just that guy running on an automated path, so we don't have to worry about it. And now we get to kiss the glacier cocktail aesthetic goodbye. 'Tis a shame, but alas. Once again, we're gonna fly back on over here. Make sure to avoid these flying tomatoes on the way, because they'll ruin the fun. I think tapping backwards rapidly on the control stick there might actually get you a little bit further than just holding that, because it seemed to get me further than last time. Good to know. Anyway, we're gonna come over here. This tomato up here is actually kind of useful to us. You have to knock him off, okay? I thought you may just be able to, like, send him into the wall. Hadn't actually tested that before, but good that we tested it now. And yes, we're going back to the Doc's Cave. Can we get this time? Right? Right? Left. Ah, look, we've improved at video games. I'm gonna take a peek at that platform to make sure we get our elevation good to go. And just head right on over here. We get to turn into heavy-duty explosives and just make our way up. So we start to see a good amount of black. That's a pretty good indication we're about at the right height. Although I would like to find something more consistent because I think we're too low. Yeah, we're too low. Because that'll happen sometimes. You don't want that to happen. So, okay. This thing can only turn in circles, so it's kind of weird getting it to path just as you want it to. And we got all the antidotes. Good stuff. Why'd I go that way? It's not correct at all. But that's okay. Now we're done with Doc's Cave, too. We're done with most of the game. Whew. Finally get the antidote on this bridge. By the way, everyone in this game is very racist against purple people, including the purple people. We get called Plumhead here, we get called the purple french fry by the bartender dude, even though we skipped that dialogue. That, like, big elephant mammoth guy in the canyon says something about us being purple. Susie, like, it really just is out of hand. Someone's gotta file a complaint. Here we get to watch a cutscene. Just gives me time to take a drink. I'm out of beverage. That's a terrible shame, isn't it? Quickly run up here so we can make the cycle. I like to use a stick there just to make sure I don't grab the ledge. Ed. Thank you muchly, my friend. I don't know why that piece of ammo drops there. You don't need it. Ooh, can you run between spikes? It's damage booster here. You can do some stuff with a bow tie to get through here, but I'm not very good at it, so I'm not going to waste time with that. I'm going to practice it later. Grab that, and then double back here, and slow down a lot, because you don't want to be fast about it. Now you have the opportunity to do a trick that I'm exceedingly awful at. This disappears. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk on here. We're going to try to shoot this target. And then immediately transform. But the target is has really weird hit detection on it, so I got it, but did I do the thing? No. And now we can't do it anymore. Okay. I don't remember where I saw this trick done. It might have been on the PC version, but I haven't gotten it to work. That's weird. So we're gonna have to do this to fix it. Otherwise, it won't let us use the chameleon powder there again until we exit and re-enter the stage or the room. That's fine. Alright, Ed. Please, come on, man. Nope, nothing else in there. We get a domino for our troubles, and a thermometer for good measure. And we get to listen to this entire structure. Ah! Whoa, 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 hold on there. Bugger. Okay, come on. So we saw that popcorn machine appear. We're just gonna ignore it, because we can just come down here instead and do this stuff. I'll show you why we don't need to go through the trouble of turning into Super Red and dealing with draining that water in just a moment. Let's do that. And head on out here. Get this antidote, hop on across. Maybe you can bow tie that actually, but I've never tried. Probably can go at least down to that platform. Might save a little bit of time. Okay. Oh, okay. So that room is a little bit sketchy, but that's fine. So we're gonna exit here. And we're just gonna go right down here immediately. Wait for this boulder to go. In this first alcove, there will... In this second alcove, there will be a thermometer. There we go. Now we don't need the alcoves anymore. These boulders don't like squash us and waste a bunch of time. They just kind of put us in a little hits animation like that, so we're not really worried about them. I think we can go to the right of that one, but I just forgot. Making sure. But no, it is just that one alcove. Okay, come on. Okay. Now, normally, the reason you would remove that little like drain thing is to get some water going in here, but you don't need to do that because you can just be a speedrunner. Because you'd be able to swim up there, but you can just bow tie through. Turn up and to the left, I believe. Yep. Fall right down, because we need to go into this room. Here's a little optimization I thought of recently that I'm going to try for the first time. It might not work. Instead of going straight down when you turn into Super Ed, walk around here and get this, and then go down. A little concerned, actually. Ah, we got it. And now we don't have to wait around. Actually, it might just... Maybe just, like, tells Ed only to turn back into Ed after you've opened those bars or something, because it didn't seem... It seems like it took about the same time as it usually does. Huh. In any case, good to know. So there's a lot of stuff we can do in this room, but we don't have access to all of it yet. What we are going to do is we're going to go over here, and we're going to shoot this mummy. Yeah, I know. And pull it out again, by accident. No problem, though. Right in here. Those panels on the ground we'll come back for later. We need another power-up to deal with those. Okay. Go to the left side first. And we're gonna have to go play with Mummy. Oh, no. That's not what you want. What? Okay. So after some teleportation, I'm gonna get back to... Wait! Okay, come on. Oh no, man. That was a little bit disgustingly bad. This is the thermometer that appears behind us. We're not gonna grab that right now. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Trust me. I understand we might not have the most trusting relationship after that debacle there, but it's okay. Do I not look like a trustworthy speedrunner to you? Well, you don't want to talk to this guy. I always end up talking to him by accident. hit this. Grab this. I'm just gonna go over here. And try to get up there first try, but fail to. Okay. Look where you want to go. Say tap fly once, and then land on the popcorn machine, and then go up here. Easy. Z tap fly once as you enter here, and those spikes will hit you, so you'll be able to go straight on through. Open this up. And originally, I think for any percent, it's probably a lot better to not bother with doing this, but we actually do want to do this. This is probably fine. Because we're going to come up here. We're going to press this, not to bring that up so we can get across, because we could have just flown over from on top of the tap, which is my suggestion for any percent. It probably is just way, way faster than doing all this. But for 100%, let's just dive in here. Pick up a thermometer. Go on this side, grab that antidote. Turn up here and get that domino. Oh! Oh! Okay. Oh, we got it. Yeah, we have style now. We need some missiles. Yeah, so you notice we're missing a lot of stuff from the pyramid, actually. We're gonna be coming back, so it's okay. Yep, just, yep. Do that. I have a pretty decent flight down that path, except for the end, but... Okay, so walking there, I'll always use that animation. You probably don't want to do that. Talk to the doc. Play some volleyball with a present. And then we're going to get to pogo stick training. Okay, so this is a little trick that I guess for now I'm calling fast pogo stick training. I've kind of pioneered this one actually, which is a pretty cool feeling. So I need to center myself a bit more. Pea shooter. You can hold A so that you get this centered just right, and then hold Z. Scoot on by. Hold left. Scoot on by. Okay. Don't do that. When you get to the corners, slow down a little bit, because very apparently sometimes you just you die. It's not what you want. So this is now slow pogo stick training because I failed it, but okay, we're up here now. Then you jump in here. Get out the pogo stick and then land on the pogo stick. As per usual. Yeah, that's fast pogo stick training. I'm sure once we figure out, oh, you need to do this many hops and then you slow down and like, you know, what have you, it'll be even faster. But yeah, I think that strategy has a lot of potential. I think we should probably start using it. You can also just run across, but a little more dangerous. Why did I do that? What am I doing? Oh. Well, whoops. Yeah, those are very unnecessarily slow. We're skipping my favorite character in the game, the pharmacist, who's like, I just think he's awesome. I love the pharmacist. This looks like a giant banana, basically. You jump over here to get a little bit more distance, and then figure out that you need to actually go back for that. That shouldn't have worked, but it did. Oh, I'm stupid. Just remembering how to do some basic puzzles right now. I'd like to say, oh, I guess I need to go and practice that, but like, I feel like it's something you shouldn't have to practice, and it should just be like common sense. But no, sir, we don't do it like that. There's a thermometer in here. Yeah, okay, there we go. Oh, pressure cooker is definitely my second favorite. That has never hit me before. Because they usually don't take that long to grab the thermometer, but... And I also do really like pressure cooker as like a concept. I think the level's really cool, I just don't think it's a lot of fun. Because it really is just like a bunch of puzzles, one after the other. Oh, right. Right. Hey, 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 let me out. I thought it automatically did that. Interesting, okay. Good to know. Get this. Complete this really basic puzzle. I don't know, for whatever reason, I guess I just picture Asian XYZ saying that like super excited, like, whoa, Ed, check this out, dude. This is awesome. You seen this before? It's crazy. You just kind of do that and it's like, oh. Alright. Apparently you can get stuck on that box. So, speaking of boxes, you're going to pick up some boxes. And put them down. Maybe this would have been cool if you had to do this in a sequence and all these different, like, gas valves, like, did different things. But it literally is just, oh, do this basic task 3 times. And, like, it's such a cool concept that the pressure cooker is like the pressure cooker is where Groga is made, and it's, like, this big, like, lethal complex looking thing. Like, the atmosphere is there. It just... Also, you normally don't get that angle. Looking at that cutscene, but because we took the stick out early, it does give us that angle. Yeah, it's neat. I forgot to do the thing. Ha! I was ready for you. So here, I think there's a lot of potential here to make this faster by not missing that. And, okay, well, by flying through this tunnel. I don't know if this is already done or not, actually. I never really paid attention. Which is completely my fault, but if it's not done already, then, hey, guys, that's probably a thing we should be doing. Without messing it up a bunch of times like I did, though. Because that will make it slow and not as much fun. So apparently Groog is on his rounds of inspection. and we're gonna complete another puzzle. Move these three, and then you wanna, like so. Not bad. Definitely could have been better, but not bad. Grab this before turning into Groog, because Groog is kind of slow. So he just kind of struts around. This is a very interesting body type. And that collar, man. Look at that style. Purple brats wandering around. See, why does everyone make mention of Hen being purple? Like, what's the big deal? He's purple, man. Like, lay off. He doesn't seem to care very much. He likes that brat, and he'll do a little pirouette and then lock us in here. I love that, by the way. Now, oh, we need the poke stick to get across this. Nope. Wait a second. There's something over there. There is. Ah. Better to have done that than to have forgotten this. We're not fixing that camera. Oh, that's not good. Ah, yeah. Oh, do I have to do the puzzle again? I hope not. I do, don't I? Okay, sure. Well, I don't have to do the puzzle again, but this wastes a bunch of time. Also, I love how Groog is like Groog's on the monitor over there, and it's like when you're transforming into Groog here, like the center of attention in like that frame is just like Groog looking at you doing it. You know what? Silver lining here, we get to see the pirouette again. So graceful. Alright, camera, I'm not losing to you again. You do as I say. Nice, that's pretty good. We died, so it wasn't, but like, you know, it was pretty good, even though we died. Can we get this? A little reprisal of the popcorn machine theme. That's kind of interesting. Gets a little instant tan going on, and then takes off. I never realized he pulled that little like he pulls a little thing in the side of some that you've seen like lawnmowers, like gas lawnmowers and things like that, and that's what gets them to fly. It's kind of neat. It's a cool little touch. Sometimes you just make it seamlessly onto these platforms, sometimes you don't. It's really weird. Like the same platforms too, I mean. There's a cycle you gotta make here, but it's really easy. Chill out. Go over here, get this. I say as I almost miss it. Ed! Oh, come on. Really? That didn't have to happen that way, man. Come on. Alright, you know what? We made it out. Ed's a little hurt. My pride's a little hurt. A variety of things happened there that perhaps could have gone better. To add insult to injury, we don't get to finish the game. What a catastrophe. Just didn't press A there. Okay, so we have to go back to the dock to talk about the fact that the mushroom just stole our stuff. Make this cycle here. And die. So here's the thing, you can actually get to the pressure cooker early by doing a really easy out of bounds glitch in South Plain. You can just swim under there and then be on your way. But the thing is, because we broke that trapdoor earlier and had to get out through there, the only way to get out of there is by game overing, which is a huge shame. Because were that not the case, oh, I got the thermometer in the pyramid area again. Anyway, no, not the pyramid area, the Docks Cave area. But anyway, were that not the case, pressure cooker early could actually be optimal and be really cool. Because then it'd just be cool. There's no real like important reason as to why it would be, but it's not, which is a shame. We're gonna call the meathead. You know what? At least he's not insulting our color this time. He's just calling us stupid. I can get behind that. I always forget this thermometer. I don't know why. I just never ever remember that it exists. So we're actually not going to go to the Magic Mushrooms hideout yet. By the way, that's the area that you would need 160 antidotes to get into. That's why they keep throwing that like 160 antidotes to be immune to the effects of the can thing out there, because the Magic Mushrooms hideout is highly toxic. That's the reasoning there. So this is a lot harder than it needs to be. Also, they can kill you once, or they can hurt you once they're dead. So, bunch of things to keep in mind. Anyway, we are officially done with all the collectibles in the South Plain. Game's coming to a close, man. That's crazy. We're almost there. So we're back here. Shoot him in the eye. Now we can finally do something with these things here. Probably go stick them. Let me get an antidote for that. And a thermometer for the eye thing. And we're well on our way to completing the pyramid. Now that we have everything in every level, we know that we're at an even amount of thermometers. The next big flex we're gonna get is on the 10th thermometer in the pyramid. So did we make that? No, we didn't. I don't think. Nice. Pogo stick right at the end of your jump to keep as much momentum as you can. Get that, die. Good and optimal. Don't slide down there, fall down there. That's much more optimal. And you want to fly down here because this will be a little faster than walking. Now that we're done a little relay race through the rest of the pyramid, we can actually get to the important stuff. First thing being, we're going to do that. And not collect it. I hope your OCD is okay with that. Mine's not. That's why I'm concerned. Up and left, folks. That's how you gotta do it. Fly right on up here. And almost don't make it, but you're gonna not grab the ledge. You're actually not gonna make it. Okay, you can make that, but we're very good players here in the I was gonna say Tonic Trouble 64 Speedrun community, but we actually are good players in that community. I'm just I'm a special one. I keep up team morale. Before we do anything, we're gonna go in here. We're gonna walk over here and use this location. And we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something that some people didn't know is that you can actually hold the A button to move faster as the Scarab, which I'm doing right now. That's a neat little thing. Okay. That was my bad. I pressed that there. Should have either pressed it earlier or just not pressed it at all. It might actually be more optimal to fly over here from that little like incline that there was before, and then do this first, and then go into the Scarab room. It might save a little bit of time because you have to use the pogo stick to get across that, but that's something to discuss with others in time and whatnot at a later point in time. I could use that time to go over here and get this, but like I'm a little scared that I'll be unsuccessful at that if I try it, so I'm not going to, because that would waste a lot of time. And now we're back here. That thermometer that spawns after you defeat the mummy, we can get that. I didn't need to jump into it, but whatever. And now we're gonna fall on top of this antidote. Get that. Fall down here. Get this thermometer. Avoid the flex. Double up those text boxes, that's pretty cool. They don't appear at the same time or anything, but we get to look at one right after another. Makes you feel accomplished, all warm and fuzzy inside, you know? The joys of speedrunning. Okay, we can't get through a playthrough without talking to that guy. That's a classic. For me, not for you. He and I have a long history of having lovely conversation, and in this specific room. Now it's probably optimal to fly over there. Oh yeah. We're done in the pyramid. Tonic Trouble's almost over, everyone. It's a terrible flight. It should have flew right from the top, but I actually just missed it. Okay. I'm awful at Mushroom Slide. So, please, don't expect anything out of this. Shame that the pyramid music kind of will overlap this music for quite a while, because I love this track. Then that's the we're doing Mushroom Slide again mistake. Oh, okay. Okay. Couldn't let me go through too long without giving me the punishment I deserve. Hug the right wall so you can make a left! Get the thermometer! Oh, oh, that was a really good... Oh, I did get the thermometer. Sick. And that was a really good jump, too. Okay, I mean, we got to do Mushroom Slide again for that one thermometer, but it's an easy one to get. So hopefully I don't mess it up terribly. Get a funky little camera angle here, but, like... That was a really good landing. Damn. You have to deactivate his shield to harm the mushroom. Okay, no problem. Just in time to see the vegetable fiber get the best of the muscle fiber. Okay, perfectly. The pharmacist, he also understands the pharmacist makes his grow good, or rest under the pig. He'll be the master plant. Wahaha. Let's fight. So this fight for the uninitiated is a bunch of RNG. This is, I believe the best attack you can get, actually. Because you just deflect this back at him and he'll catch on fire, and that's 1 out of his 5 attacks done. Don't get too close to him or you'll just, like, prompt him to, like, go away if you try to reflect it. Here's the second slowest attack. So we can't do the same attack twice in a row. So there are certain patterns you can get that are really fast, some patterns you can get that are really slow, and some in between. This particular attack is one of his slower ones. Second slowest. He's got 4 attacks. One of them is that shoot the fireball one. The other one is this platform one. He's got one where he'll spawn the mushrooms, which is the second fastest attack, I believe. Okay, this one again. What do we get now? Nice, okay. He was nice to us this fight. It's not over yet. Shield no longer indestructible, but we won't survive his last avant-garde attack. Okay! We're spawning that over there, Teddy. Oh, by the way, after you complete the pressure cooker, your upgrade is you get infinite ammo in your pea shooter, so don't worry about needing ammo for this fight or anything. It's a good thing I don't, because I can't hit him. Oh my god. Oh. Ooh, lovely. I'm actually the worst. So the shield will gradually fade out the more you shoot it. That's kind of just how this fight works. It changes colors to get more and more menacing as the fight progresses. What I like to do here is first person this last phase. And not miss everything though. Because now it gets dangerous. I actually took one more attack than I thought I did. Problem with the last phase is you can only get like 1 hit in between his attacks. Okay. Nice. I mean, you can probably get 2, but it's difficult. Aw, poor Ed. The funky dance. And normally now we just be able to go right into the last level, but I'm a dummy, so we gotta do Mushroom Slide again. Although, I am kind of proud of myself for getting all those other thermometers, like the harder ones the first time through. Because I don't normally do that. This is fun. We get to hear the Magic Mushroom Slide music, which is a great track. Unique to the N64 version. Most of the time, I would definitely argue that the N64 is inferior music to the PC version, but Mushroom Slide is one track that really is really good. Oh, we started that way. Okay, interesting. I missed it again? Okay, is there a way for me to die here? I don't think there is. Nope. Ay, ay, ay. Missed the easy one twice, why didn't you, Ben? Make yourself look real good for all the folks at home. Technically, this isn't a real runner. That would be a run killer, for sure. But yeah, it's cool. We're limit testing. We're limit testing. That was a little close. Not missing it this time. Life gauge went up. It doesn't give us a notification for it because we're sliding, but it did. We can't escape at that time, but that means we're not going to get hit by any electricity this time. I should not have said anything. Alright. No problem. Let's keep going. Have some fun in the speedy fast room. Don't get the left path, but that's fine. That was probably the worst of my 3 landings. But that's fine. Alright, this is it, the home stretch. I gotta say, like, even speedrunning, it feels kind of surreal to be at the end of the game, you know what I mean? Like, when I was a kid, you know, and, you know, maybe you guys can relate to this, right? Like, you finish everything, because, yeah, obviously you're a completionist when you're a kid, too. That's just something that stays with you all your life. But, you finish the game, like, you finish everything else, and you're like, this is it, like... There's nothing left. That's a crazy feeling. I never get this trigger to work properly. That was pretty good. This place is great music. Ed! Ed! Thank you. Okay. There's a way to get up there, but you only get one shot at it, unfortunately, and I messed it up. Normally I get it, but now it's my bad. So unfortunately, we do need to spend a bit of time doing this instead. Does lose a considerable amount of time, but okay, camera. So these thermometers don't actually do anything for us anymore, really. I don't think they increase your health gauge beyond this. Which is a shame. I think in the PC version the eyes go red. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but in this version they don't. So that's kind of strange. Completely ignore anything that could be even moderately threatening here, and just be on your way. If you're faster with Super Red there, you can like get into that loading zone before your Super Red expires. That cycle's unfriendly to me a lot of the time, so. Get rid of him, because he will cause problems when you're climbing up here. Get out of here. Okay, so here's the thing you can do, and I don't know if this is like commonly done already or not. You go up to that button there on the floor, right? And you notice that when you have the pea shooter out and you're in first person, you can still like press Z to like hop around, right? So you can do this and then Z and hop straight forward. And if you get onto it in time, it should lift those both up at the same time. But I didn't get onto it in time because I'm stupid. So let's try it again. I don't know why that worked. Okay, so I thought it was going to face the camera forward, but apparently it faces it, so you have to go the other way. Okay. Mildly stressful. Ooh. Yep. This is video games. But yeah, I do think that shooting that target and then sidestepping onto the button at the same time is probably pretty optimal because it'll skip you one cutscene, which is great. So let's lab that out at some point, guys. I think that'll be useful. So the whole thing here is you're expected to go and get all these platforms back, right? Because they go and scatter throughout these two different rooms, which honestly actually is pretty cool. We're not going to do it. Instead, we're going to speedrun. Like this. There's no thermometers we actually need to go out of our way to get in this room, so we're just going to go right on over to the next room. I forget which way I normally go first. This way. Because it's, yeah. I got the thermometer that's closer because it's more efficient to death warp after getting a thermometer that's further away from the door. Also, that chef skunk that's in here, he's actually unique to this area, and his only outstanding quality is that you can't hit him with the pea shooter. And he'll start twirling his spoon around and deflecting things, or he won't even deflect them. He'll just stop him from being hit. Which, I mean, is still cool. It's just like, you know, A, like, why? And B, why is he only in this specific room? Like, was it just like an asset they had planned to use elsewhere, and then they just like couldn't fit it in and decided, oh, I guess we'll just throw him in here? It's kind of what it feels like. But you know what? In any case, it's cool that he's in the game. So you can do that. And now we're going to do door clip. This door clip is really inconsistent. You wiggle around until you get through. And sometimes you die. I've tried looking for consistent ways to get through here. Like, I've spent a lot of time doing it, like upwards of like 20 lives doing it, and I just can't find a method. Yeah, and then occasionally you just get thrown out and die. Fun fact for you, that water doesn't just kill you. That's actually, it appears to be the damage water that they use in Pressure Cooker. But it's just coded to kill you as well, because you take damage upon entering it and then die. Just a little interesting thing. Okay. Ooh, we got it. And after walking past, after getting about to the point where the thermometer is, that door will just open up. That's a neat thing. You jump in here to get you a little bit more forward than you would be otherwise. We get to watch this giant can robot with Viking horns jump. And biker glove hands with rotten teeth. This thing actually has a really cool design. Like, I know it sounds so stupid to say after that description, but like, it looks really neat. I like it a lot. Alright, our life gauge didn't actually increase by 1 point, but 100% of the game in terms of collectibles. All that's left is Groog and his giant robot. Ha! Call yourself a hero, Ed. Give up. Or is it, ha! Call yourself a hero, Ed? Give up. I can't tell. I don't think you need to jump down. I think you can just fall down that. It's faster, but I always forget. Groog will say a bunch of different things to you, though, but it seems as if they're all just things you could say in the game over screen, and they're just randomly selected in the same way, which is kind of a shame. Like, you'd hope that they'd like use new assets for that, but they just don't. Which, oh well. Not new assets, but I guess just like different messages. I guess they didn't really expect it a game over. I mean, I didn't realize that that's what it was until I started game overing a bunch on those fucking toasters. Like, that room is the bane of my existence. Gotta use my index finger to adjust my thumb positioning. Okay, Ed. You scare me. Yeah, we're really late. We should be getting to this door at, like, just about when Groove thuds on the ground. Popcorn. Popcorn! Gotta be fast about that. Which I was not. Oh, we still got the first cycle. Nice, really nice. That's actually my first time ever getting one cycle on that. I'm happy about that. That's good. Okay, so there's some stuff that I don't fully understand with the way that this room is done. Like, I don't exactly know where you're supposed to aim to skip the rocks segment. Just kind of like eyeball it a little bit and hope that it works. That's my top tier strat. Nice, okay. So it looks like just a little above the teeth. So normally he falls down and rocks will fall from the sky and whatnot, and you have to hit them back and then shoot into the open door. Gotta concentrate, hold on. You want to hit the 5th and 4th one, and the 3rd one if you can, but I find it triflingly difficult to remember that far, because brain power is exactly 0% over here. Parachute, wait for this thing to come back up. There we go. About here. Nice. I've never gotten this consistent before. It's that one over here, I think. No, I think I got it wrong, but that's okay. Whew. And that would be time. But it seems as though there's emulator preferences as to which emulators we use when we speedrun this game. And I'm not sure if mine is permissible, but I couldn't get Project 64 1.6 to record, unfortunately. So that's what we had to go with. But wow, that's crazy. That's my first like legit feeling run of this game. Even though I had to do mushroom slide 3 times. But wow, that's wild. And Groove here talks about how he was having a lot of fun with the can, and basically just said he was super drunk. And he blames the pharmacist for all of his problems. Makes some really funny facial expressions, and his eyebrows disappear, which are pretty hilarious. With his Groga plans and genetic malarkey. Yeah, bunch of malarkey happened in there, just terrible. Nothing was much fun anymore. We lose our eyebrows. I tell you, I never should have trusted him. We get them back. Throw the can, lose them, and get them back again. And then we die. That's Tonic Trouble, ladies and gentlemen. As a reward for our problems, we had not a funky dance, not the funky dance, but the funkiest dance. That complete with a pedestal. And is that sexualization of triangle polygons I hear? Wait for it. And oh, there we go! Excellent. And they fall in love. This is like half-assed hinted at as the game goes on. And even not even like hinted at, just Ed never reciprocates and just sees he's saying it, but yeah, apparently this happens. We don't get to see the world like it was before, but it is. Take our word for it. Exactly like it was before. Really take our word for it, guys. Like, it really is the same. Oh, Sweetie Pie. Wow, really. Yeah, we're there now. I was thinking, everything that happened wasn't all your fault. It wasn't all your fault, it's mostly, but you can't kind of brought such chaos on its own. You were part of it too, you bastard. I don't know, maybe nature was mad at us with that, and that can give it a chance to get its own back. Yeah, so now we're turning it into an environmentalist thing. Thank you, Tonic Trouble. But it'll never happen again. From now on, we'll take more care of our environment. It's just such a radical tone shift. Oh, Ed, honey, you've opened all our eyes. What a hero. Ladies and gentlemen. Ed. No last name, you can't be that ceremonial about it. Ed. Oh, and, oh, okay, no, we can render it. There we go. See, just like it was before. Back to normal. Water is blue. That's really all that seems to have changed from this picture. Yeah, Tonic Trouble. Me running Tonic Trouble, but sort of not really running it, kind of. Yeah, like, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully there's some things that I pointed out in here that maybe you guys hadn't thought of before. Maybe some strats we can use in 100% that aren't being used currently. I can't record any actual real runs yet unless this is counted for some reason, in which case, oh my god, like that's my first run, that's crazy. If it's not, I totally understand, because again, the emulator stuff, and we have protocol, all good. But at the very least, this is a resource of some sort, right? And that was kind of why I was putting it out there, for me to try it, for me to present what I figured out, what I know, for me to show how well it can do, what other things that we've decided we should use as a speedrun community, and just kind of presenting my take on Tonic Trouble. It's a weird feeling having finally done this, like I've dreamed about doing for some time. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it as much as I have, because honestly this run's been a lot of fun to do, and I would really like to do a lot more of these. So yeah, I'll keep them coming, and even if they're not world record or whatever, like I'd love to share them with you guys. So yeah, Tonic Trouble. Thanks guys. Have a good one.